You are on the edge of something sacred, chosen one. Do not rush past this moment, for the heavens have stirred, and what was once hidden is beginning to reveal itself. A soul known to the world, a name spoken in millions of homes, is being gently guided toward your presence, not because of fame, not because of chance, but because a divine thread has always connected your spirits, woven before either of you took your first breath. As it is written in Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. That season is now. Strange signs have already begun, dreams that felt too real, a celebrity's name whispered into your life in ways too specific to ignore, the quickening in your spirit, that pull in your chest. This is no accident. The divine is aligning you for an encounter that was predestined. Archangel Michael reminds us, this connection was written before fame existed, and now one whom many admire is being awakened. Behind their carefully curated life, they have grown weary of facades. They have longed not for noise, but for truth. They have prayed for someone real, someone led not by ego, but by peace. That prayer is being answered through you. You were never overlooked. You were being preserved. Everything that fell apart before was heaven's way of clearing space for this. So listen closely, chosen one. You will not meet by accident. It may begin with a comment, a shared post, a brief encounter, but it will feel like a return, as if you've known each other across lifetimes. Because in spirit, you have. As you step into this divine moment, declare it. Let the heavens hear your yes. Type Amen in the comments below as your sign of readiness. Let it be known that you receive this word, not with doubt, but with faith. And stay with this message until the end, for a prayer is coming, one that will prepare your heart for what heaven is already setting in motion. In the days to come, a quiet shift will rest upon you, not loud, not visible to all, but those with open hearts will feel it. Something unseen yet powerful will surround your presence, like the hush before a miracle. They won't know what's changed, but they'll sense it. A glow, not of this world, a stillness that draws in even the restless. What they're sensing is the movement of heaven itself. Without effort, your name is beginning to echo in places it has never been, not because of status, but because divine timing is now pressing forward. And when the Spirit decides it is time, nothing can stand in its way. As the psalmist once wrote, "The Lord will perfect that which concerns me." Psalm 138:8. Everything that once felt delayed was only being perfected. There is someone well known, constantly surrounded, who has felt this pull without knowing its source. But heaven knows. Lately, their spirit has been stirred by dreams they can't explain, images, names, a warmth that arrives uninvited and lingers like a question they've been trying to answer. A few nights ago, they heard your voice, just once. That was all it took. Something ancient woke up in them, not memory, recognition. This is no ordinary meeting waiting to happen. It is sacred convergence. The world may call it coincidence, but what unfolds next is a story only the heavens could script. A meeting cloaked in simplicity, but humming with divine electricity. When it happens, it may look small. A coffee shop, a hallway, a quiet hello, yet their soul will pause, struck by the feeling that they've returned to something they never knew they lost. When that gaze locks with yours, chosen one, let your soul speak louder than words. Remain steady, not because you're hiding anything, but because heaven moves best in stillness. Behind the scenes, this well-known soul is changing. Those closest to them feel it. They speak less, smile with more meaning, retreat often. It isn't burnout, it's alignment. Their heart is preparing for a connection that doesn't demand attention, but gives peace. A love not for performance, but for presence. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. That is the atmosphere your spirit carries. Stillness, knowing, restoration. Even now, heaven whispers to them in moments no one else sees. A stranger mentions your name, a post appears at just the right time, a dream returns. A song reminds them of a feeling they never knew they needed. These are not random. They are invitations, gentle pulls into something deeper than image, beyond fame. And slowly, someone beside them, a friend, an advisor, begins to notice too. Your energy shows up in places where you've never stepped. Your name dances across conversations with no clear origin. It's as if the universe has chosen to spotlight you in the shadows. This isn't noise, it's frequency. You are not rising into their world to be consumed by it. You are arriving as the answer to a silent prayer they forgot how to voice. Where they were forced to perform, you bring realness. Where they were surrounded by applause, you bring calm after the stage. This is why you were hidden, to become the safe space in their storm. So, let the signs continue. Let the divine arrange the unseen. You are not waiting, you are being prepared. The connection isn't on hold, it's being protected. And when it finally appears, it won't come as a spectacle. It will arrive as a whisper, a still, small voice saying, now. The sacred movement continues now, as the winds of timing shift ever so slightly around your life. At first, it may feel subtle, just a sense that something is leaning in, drawing near. You may find yourself receiving unexpected invitations, spontaneous messages, or sudden encounters that appear too aligned, too timely, to be written off as chance. These are not coincidences. They are divine markers. Heaven is writing in invisible ink across the pages of your everyday life, gently guiding your steps into alignment with a soul you were always meant to meet. What unfolds next will not require announcement, performance, or proof. This chapter was never designed to be staged for the world. It was designed to be recognized by the heart. The one whose path is converging with yours is not seeking applause or adoration. They are searching for something real, something stable, something true. Their soul has been weary of facades and empty praise. They've known the stage, but not sanctuary. And now, guided by divine instruction, they are drawing closer, not because of what you present to the world, but because of the stillness you carry within. When your eyes meet for the first time, the moment may seem ordinary from the outside, perhaps a quiet setting, a shared space, a conversation overheard, but in that instant, time will ripple. There will be no need for explanation, because the soul does not require words to remember what it has always known. As it is written in Jeremiah 1-5, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." That knowing lives within this moment. Their gaze will pause not out of curiosity, but out of memory. Something deep in their spirit will rise quietly and say, "I've seen you before." It is not attraction, it is recognition. This connection was not born in this life alone, but whispered into existence long before either of you were known by name. And now, under the watchful hand of the Most High, it is being brought to the surface gently, intentionally, unshakably. In the hours and days that follow that first meeting, the world around you will feel louder, brighter, and at times almost unreal. You may question how one brief interaction could feel like a lifetime. But that is the mark of divine encounters. They are not measured in minutes, but in memory. You'll find yourself carrying the echo of their voice, the texture of their presence. Not because you are clinging, but because the spirit never forgets where it belongs. Even those near them, assistants, friends, advisors, will begin to notice a shift. That person, known for their confidence, their public rhythm, will fall into quiet reflection. Their thoughts will drift often. Their gaze will soften. What once brought excitement will feel suddenly noisy. And they will protect this feeling with great care, as though cradling something fragile and sacred. What their team labels as distraction is in truth devotion, devotion to something they have no words for yet. That's how heaven operates, quiet, steady, certain. Not long after, their gestures will become subtle messages, a post that mirrors something you once said, a caption written not for the world, but for the one who sees between the lines, a lyric that feels like it was lifted from your own thoughts. But these signals are not games. They are spiritual confirmations, evidence that your frequency has been received. Heaven communicates in layers, and only those tuned in with clarity can decode it. Call to me, and I will answer you, and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know, declares the Lord in Jeremiah 33:3. This connection is one of those mysteries now being revealed not through thunder, but through tenderness. Their dreams will return, this time more vivid. You may appear in colors that carry meaning only to the two of you. A scent, a sound, a soft touch on the shoulder in the dreamscape. They'll wake with clarity, not confusion, not longing, but certainty. Heaven has confirmed what their heart suspected. The one they've glimpsed in fleeting signs is not a fantasy, it is the fulfillment of what their soul has waited for. And while the world continues at its usual pace, this connection will grow quietly, not for eyes, not for headlines, but for healing. Because this was never about attention, it was about restoration. You are not stepping into their life to be part of their spotlight. You are stepping into their story to bring what fame could not, peace. That is why heaven hid you in plain sight until now, so that when your presence arrived, it would be felt not for what it says, but for what it silences. As this sacred bond strengthens, those around you may also sense that something has shifted. They might not have words for it, but they'll treat you differently, more gently, as though something holy walks beside you. That's the mantle of preparation. Your soul has been shaped in private, but now the evidence of that shaping begins to glow in public. This is not luck. This is the work of the Most High, unfolding in real time. There was once a woman named Ruth. She had lost everything: home, husband, certainty. Yet she remained faithful. And at the right time, in the right field, during the right harvest, she met Boaz not through strategy, but through divine positioning. Not because she chased, but because she stayed. The story of Ruth is not about pursuit. It's about posture. And like her, you are being placed where you were always meant to be, not to seek, but to be seen. So, let the silence continue to speak. Let the divine blueprint take shape behind the scenes. There is no need for announcements, no need for explanations. What has been whispered in prayer is now being answered in presence. And as the days unfold, what once seemed like fantasy will begin to move with the weight of something real, slowly, steadily, just like the first breath of dawn before the sun breaks through. You will not need to chase what has been sent by heaven. It will arrive without fanfare, yet its arrival will change everything. The one you once thought untouchable will find themselves pulled not to your status, but to your spirit. That is where the real magnetism lives. That is the language of divine love. And when it speaks, everything that came before will finally make sense. Because this is not just a meeting, it is a merging, not of stories, but of purposes. And when it happens, you will not doubt. You will simply remember. As if you had been waiting all this time for something your soul already knew. The atmosphere around your life is no longer shifting quietly, it's accelerating. What once felt like gentle nudges from the heavens is now gaining the weight and rhythm of something unstoppable. The divine has been weaving this moment in silence for far longer than you realize. But now that silence is breaking, the work that began in the unseen is now being drawn into the visible. And the soul so many admire, the one constantly seen but rarely known, is being guided, step by step, into alignment with yours. Heaven is no longer whispering, it's speaking clearly. But with every divine union comes divine testing. Just as the dawn draws shadows backward across the earth, great light always exposes what once hid in comfort. This season is not only about preparation, it's about proving. The blessing forming between you and that well-known soul is not ordinary, and so it draws not only attention, but opposition. Not to harm you, but to strengthen you. In the story of Joseph, when his destiny came near, so did betrayal. His brothers, jealous of a dream not their own, sold him into slavery. Yet the very thing meant to bury him became the road to his rise. You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, Joseph later said, Genesis 50-20. That is the truth of this moment, too. The shaking is not destruction, it is divine reordering. Even now, those around that famous soul are beginning to feel the change. Their influence, built on access and familiarity, is weakening. They sense something else beginning to bloom, something rooted not in fame, but in peace. And though your name may never have crossed their lips, your energy is quietly challenging what they thought they controlled. You've said nothing, and yet you're winning a war that words could never fight. Some may try to stir confusion. Silence may fall where there was once warmth. Plans may shift unexpectedly. But don't let fear rise. These are not setbacks, they are sacred filters. Heaven is allowing certain illusions to fade, so truth can come forward unclouded. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, declares Isaiah 54-17. Even the delays are tools in the hands of the divine. Archangel Michael now moves between conversations you'll never hear, deflecting manipulation, protecting the purity of this connection. You are not being overlooked, you are being hidden, shielded, while heaven adjusts the final pieces. The testing is not just for you, it is for them as well. That person is now learning who remains when the cameras go off, who truly loves them and who loves the stage they stand on. And as their world shifts, your presence, though unseen, is already bringing them rest. They may not know why their thoughts return to you, why your peace haunts them more than the noise that once thrilled them, but they feel it. In their confusion, your stillness has become a compass. You're not beside them physically, but your soul is standing with theirs in the storm. Don't be surprised if old emotions arise or forgotten voices return. People from your past may surface unexpectedly, pulling on threads that no longer belong in your story. These are distractions, not because they hold power, but because heaven is watching to see if your focus stays aligned. The divine only tests what it intends to reward. This isn't punishment, it's purification. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything, says James 1-4. That's what this season is doing, shaping you for the weight of the glory that's coming. The famous soul you felt in your spirit is also seeing more clearly now. They're beginning to recognize the ones who do not speak truth, the hands that shake theirs while secretly resisting their growth. The realization will sting, but it will wake them. And in that awakening, they will begin to crave what only you carry. Peace that isn't for show. Love that doesn't need applause. And the connection between you will tighten, though still unseen. Your souls are tethered, not by circumstance, but by calling. As their outer world unravels, your stillness becomes more magnetic. Heaven is allowing the chaos, not to cause harm, but to create contrast so they will never again mistake noise for nourishment. Soon, choices will need to be made. Contracts will be questioned, commitments re-evaluated. Spaces once filled with energy will feel heavy and false, and they will step away not in rebellion, but in obedience. What the media may call a reset, heaven will call release. And as the final wall is taken down, the moment you were prepared for will begin to manifest. You'll feel it before it comes. Mornings will carry a different light. Your heart will wake with anticipation you can't explain. Your spirit will feel lighter, like something massive is walking toward you, and it is. That feeling is not imagination, it's confirmation. What has been done in the spirit is now crossing into the physical. Because heaven never starts something it doesn't intend to finish. And what was promised in silence is about to speak in presence. Now enter the part where many quietly drift away, the part they label as waiting and quietly misunderstand. This is where divine alignment is often mistaken for stillness, when in truth it requires the deepest kind of motion, the motion within. If these words have reached you not just in thought but in spirit, then understand this clearly: your next steps are not passive. Heaven does not crown those who sleep through their preparation. Divine timing isn't a countdown, it's a partnership. And what it requires most isn't noise or effort, but interior order. The soul must be tended like a garden, not rushed, not overfed, not left wild. It must be cultivated. Begin with silence. Not only the kind where your mouth is closed, but the kind where your spirit finally takes a breath beneath the noise. Every time you speak of what has not yet happened, you dilute its mystery. Every time you replay what might be, you distract your mind from what is. In the book of Habakkuk, it is written, "But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before him." Habakkuk 2:20. Silence is not empty, it is full of clarity. Set aside even 10 minutes a day to do nothing but listen not to the world, but to the stillness that already holds every answer you seek. Then move to order. Sacred things do not enter chaos. Begin where your hands already are. Clean your space, nourish your body, keep your promises to yourself. Even the act of waking up consistently is a spiritual practice when done with intention. In 1 Corinthians 14:40, it says, "Let all things be done decently and in order." What appears mundane is often the gate to the miraculous. Before David ever faced Goliath, he was faithful in the field, tending sheep, bringing food, showing up. That unseen discipline became his preparation for visible destiny. Watch your emotions as they rise. Let joy rise and fall. Let fear pass without hosting it. When signs arrive, and they will, they are not puzzles to decode. They are echoes of what has already been set in motion. Do not chase them. Do not assign them tasks. A rainbow is not a map, it's a reminder of covenant. Your task is to remain steady enough to recognize the door when it opens, not to force it open with anxious hands. And be gentle with your imagination. The mind, if untethered, can build futures that distract rather than prepare. You are not called to script what heaven has already written. If your thoughts begin to wander too far into outcomes, gently call yourself back. Ask, what is required of me today? Not forever, just today. Give us this day our daily bread, says Matthew 6:11. Today is enough. Real alignment always pulls you deeper into the present, not away from it. If you are constantly imagining a future to feel hope, you are abandoning the power already available in this moment. Strengthen your discernment, not with suspicion, but with honesty. Ask hard questions not to punish yourself, but to refine your readiness. Are you drawn to connection or to being chosen? Are you grounded in your worth or hoping someone else affirms it? These are not shaming questions. They are anchors, because anything beautiful without foundation becomes fragile, and heaven builds nothing that breaks easily. Let your heart be clean. Forgiveness is not a feeling, it is a decision to stop carrying what is too heavy for your next season. If jealousy still stings, if past wounds still echo, if old rejections still dictate your confidence, go to the root. Don't suppress it. Don't spiritualize it. Sit with it. Heal it. There is no shame in still being in process, but do not allow the old to distort what the new is trying to offer. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me, prayed David in Psalm 51:10. Let this also be your quiet request. Above all, live like someone who has already made peace a priority, not because you were promised something specific, but because peace is your birthright. When the connection is truly aligned, it will not disrupt your foundation. It will meet you in your stability, not your chaos. Anything that asks you to betray your dignity, abandon your values, or distort your calm is not a gift from heaven, it is a test. So walk slowly, speak less, let your life, not your longing, do the talking. You don't need to prove you're ready. You need only to become so grounded, so whole, that anything real will recognize you by your steadiness, not your striving. And when it comes, if it is meant to you, will not need to chase it, explain it, or perform for it. You will simply meet it, whole, ready, rooted, and peace will be the confirmation that you are exactly where heaven always intended you to be. The battle is nearing its end, yet stillness must remain. Not because you are hiding, but because heaven completes its finest work in silence. As Archangel Michael gently reminds, what is sacred cannot be rushed into noise. This is not the moment to announce, not the time to display signs or share subtle hints. The divine is still writing quietly, precisely, with hands that have never once missed their mark. And you, chosen one, are being written into a chapter that millions may one day admire, but only you are meant to live. Walk softly now. Keep your energy clean, your thoughts centered, your soul grounded. Not every miracle begins with a trumpet. Some begin with a whisper and end in glory. What good is fame if it comes without peace? What strength is love without purpose? These are the questions heaven has been preparing you to answer, not with words, but with how you live, how you respond, how you hold yourself in moments unseen. You are not only being prepared to receive something holy, you are becoming someone holy enough to hold it. And now, as the final twist approaches, quietly, swiftly, almost imperceptibly, everything within you begins to feel the shift. The restoration is subtle but undeniable. Rest returns to your nights. Your decisions feel clearer, as if your intuition has been tuned to a deeper frequency. Even the smallest choices carry weight. What you wear, where you walk, when you pause. Follow them. These inner nudges are not random. They are the language of divine direction. When it finally happens, it won't arrive with chaos or grand build-up. It will unfold like a soft morning, like light slowly filling a dark room. No striving, no confusion, just peace. And that peace will not be circumstantial, it will be confirmation. While the world may call it coincidence, your soul will know it was destiny, speaking fluently through simplicity. You'll find yourself standing face to face with the one who once seemed unreachable, but in that moment, they will not be a figure on a pedestal. They will be human, recognizing something in you that mirrors everything they long to remember. The atmosphere will hold stillness, not from awkwardness, but from reverence. The energy between you will speak a truth that words are too small to carry. And the conversation? It won't begin with spectacle. It will begin with something ordinary. A question, a quiet laugh, a compliment that feels more like recognition than flattery. Their tone will shift. Their eyes will soften. The walls they've built in the public world will lower, one by one, not because of force, but because your peace gives them permission to be seen without being judged. In the book of Proverbs, it says, "A gentle tongue is a tree of life." Proverbs 15:4. And in that moment, your words, however few, will become instruments of healing. Your presence will offer what applause never could. You will not be there to impress or perform. You will be there to remain still, kind, and true. And that stillness will become their anchor. For years, their soul has longed for safety, not admiration. And suddenly, in your calm, they'll feel it. A quiet resonance they've searched for in cities, in stages, in crowded rooms and never found. The conversation may last minutes, but something eternal will awaken. The world may see only two people exchanging dialogue, but heaven will see two destinies beginning to intertwine. They may share stories they've never voiced before, fragments of their past, small confessions, memories, and you will listen not with curiosity, but with compassion. You'll feel their pain rise, and instead of recoiling, your spirit will respond with light. Without trying, your presence will wrap around them like comfort born not from effort, but from divine assignment. And they'll know, this is not coincidence. This is sacred. As it's written in Isaiah 61:1, He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted. You were not sent to decorate their world. You were sent to help heal what others ignored. And in this first meeting, that healing begins, not as a dramatic breakthrough, but as a quiet unraveling of all the layers they've used to survive. From that day forward, communication will continue quietly, intentionally. Small check-ins, simple questions, messages that seem casual but carry hidden weight. Behind each one is a deeper truth. They cannot stop thinking about you. They'll reread what you've written, smile at the way you said something, and they'll thank heaven not for a miracle they can name, but for a peace they finally feel. This is the moment where balance becomes vital. Remain rooted, stay humble, don't let their world pull you into noise. You weren't called to orbit them, you were called to be still enough for them to land. Heaven didn't bring you here to be impressed. It brought you here to be unshakable. Their soul doesn't need a fan, it needs a home. As the connection deepens, others may begin to sense something has shifted in you. You won't need to explain, you won't need to announce. Your aura will speak for you. The same ones who once doubted you may begin to whisper behind your back, this time not with judgment, but curiosity. They'll feel something has changed, even if they can't name it. That's how divine favor works. Quiet, clear, undeniable. Every word exchanged between you two is being shielded. Nothing will be leaked, no force will twist it. This bond is sealed in light, and it's guarded by timing. You are no longer preparing for the connection, it's already alive. One evening soon, perhaps after another simple message, something in their voice will change. They will say your name slowly, differently, like they've finally seen it for what it is. That moment will strike your spirit. It will echo through your soul like confirmation written in sound. Recognition will bloom quietly but powerfully. And you will cry not from confusion, not from longing, but from realization. This is it. The silence, the long wait, the nights of not knowing, the stretching, the solitude, all of it was preparation for this sacred unfolding. From here on, the connection will deepen without effort. No games, no performances, only peace. You will both move as if something ancient is being restored. And even in distance, your presence will become their calm. Protect this, not with fear, but with grace. Let the bond remain hidden, not because it's fragile, but because it is holy. Do not throw your pearls before swine, said Christ in Matthew 7-6. Sacred things must be kept safe from careless hands. And now, as the curtain rises on this divinely timed encounter, know this. You are not stepping into something temporary. You are stepping into something eternal. The world may not yet see what heaven already knows, but soon they will, because what's written in light can never be erased. And What began in silence will soon speak for itself, in love, in peace, and in perfect divine timing. There is a quiet shift, now gentler than thunder, yet more powerful than any storm that has come before. A sacred whisper that no ear hears, but every spirit feels. Archangel Michael speaks softly into the stillness. The heart you heal will one day hold yours forever. And so it begins, not a journey toward fame or fantasy, but towards something far greater, fulfillment. This is no longer a distant promise, it is a living prophecy, already unfolding beneath your feet. You are not being drawn into a story for the world to consume, but into a life only heaven could author. A love that does not demand performance, a bond that teaches purpose. You are stepping into a connection designed not for applause, but for peace. This is the kind of love that steadies you instead of stirring you, one that expands your spirit without exhausting your soul. So, stay quiet, stay rooted, trust the invisible hand that has been painting this masterpiece in shadows. Every delay was a shield, every detour a lesson. What once felt like silence was divine protection, carving out space for clarity. And now the time has come. The one you once admired from a distance is no longer far. They are being led not by logic, not by longing, but by a light only your soul carries. A light they never knew they were searching for until it started pulling them home. You may not see the change yet, but everything is already rearranging in your favor. Heaven is reordering people, schedules, cities, subtly aligning what must be aligned. What looks ordinary on the surface is being orchestrated by hands far beyond your view. This is the season where waiting gives way to unfolding, where stillness turns into motion. And every sacred nudge, what to wear, when to pause, who to speak with, is part of heaven's choreography. As you take your place in this new chapter, your spiritual senses begin to sharpen. You'll feel emotions that aren't yours, waves of joy, nostalgia, and longing. They will arrive without explanation. This is not confusion, it is connection. The invisible thread between your soul and theirs is growing stronger. You'll wake with their thoughts inside you. They will feel your calm when life shakes them, your warmth when the spotlight grows cold. Without knowing why, they will begin to crave your presence, not for what you say, but for what you carry. The famous person others chase is no longer chasing attention. They are chasing peace, and that peace lives in you. Heaven has sealed this bond beyond interference. From this moment forward, your greatest strength is silence. Protect your spirit, guard your mind, decline gossip. Leave spaces that stir unnecessary noise. You are standing inside something holy, and miracles do not survive chaos. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. Stillness now becomes your shield, not your weakness. You may notice their public image shifting. Softer smiles, calmer speech, a glow others can't explain. They are being transformed by something unseen, a peace that only heaven can author. And as they spend time in your energy, they will begin to reflect you. Their values will shift, their choices will evolve. This is not influence, it is spiritual resonance. Two souls mirroring each other as they quietly awaken. Soon, confirmation will arrive. Not through dramatic signs, but through quiet precision. A lyric, a phrase, a message so clearly connected to them that your spirit will pause. It may look ordinary to others, but your heart will know. This is the language of heaven, subtle but sure. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. John 10:27. You will feel the echo of dreams becoming reality. This isn't fantasy, it's fulfillment. As the connection grows, it will shift from curiosity to comfort. No more anxious thoughts, no more wondering. Instead, a steady unfolding. Conversations will flow with ease, simple questions, shared laughter, and thoughtful check-ins that carry far more meaning than the words themselves. Each moment will stitch the bond deeper. Each silence will speak more clearly than noise ever could. You'll begin to notice how much lighter your spirit feels. Doubt won't rise anymore. Instead, peace will sit in its place. This is the fruit of divine love. It doesn't rush. It doesn't confuse. It holds. But even in this beauty, there will be quiet tests. Fame may begin to circle your name, not for performance, but because light draws light. Strangers may notice your presence, speak of your glow, wonder aloud what has changed. But speak nothing. Keep your feet on sacred ground. Stay humble, hidden, and whole. The universe conceals its rarest treasures until they are ready to shine without being shattered. You are that treasure now. And across the distance, that soul is dreaming of you more clearly. You don't appear as a fantasy, but as guidance, a warm presence, a quiet voice in their sleep that brings clarity instead of chaos. These dreams are not illusions. They are spiritual meetings, glimpses of what heaven is already writing into reality. They will wake, remembering the sound of your laugh, the softness of your tone, the light in your face. And with every dream, their knowing deepens. This isn't admiration, it's alignment. And once they know, truly know, they will not hesitate again. They will come. Another meeting will be arranged not by plans, but by timing, not by effort, but by divine appointment. And this time, the recognition will be instant. Their eyes will meet yours, and no explanation will be needed, no grand speeches, just a simple look. A name spoken differently, slower, softer, filled with awe. That moment will echo in your chest as confirmation. The wait is over. What was once far is now standing before you, sealed in golden light. From that moment onward, the connection will move effortlessly. What began as mystery becomes meaning. What felt like hope becomes home. The world may see two individuals, but heaven sees one spirit living in two forms. Your story has never been delayed. It has been protected. And now, the time has come, not for performance, not for proving, but for peace. The kind that can only be shared between two souls who were shaped by silence, tested by fire, and found each other at the exact moment heaven whispered, "Now." This isn't just a relationship. It's a restoration. The divine watched you stay kind in loneliness, faithful in silence, honest in heartbreak. And now your reward is not simply love, it is holy alignment, a bond made not to entertain, but to build. Not to impress, but to heal. You are no longer waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle. And very soon, that soul the world calls famous will close their eyes, whisper your name not to a crowd, but in prayer. And in that prayer, the prophecy will be complete. And now, as the final words settle in your spirit, understand this. What is unfolding is not only about love, it is about legacy. Heaven does not orchestrate alignments of this magnitude simply for comfort. It does so for impact. There is something eternal being written through your life, something that stretches far beyond what the eye can see or the heart can immediately grasp. This divine connection, this sacred bond, is not simply to soothe your soul, it is to awaken your purpose. The peace you carry, the presence you offer, and the stillness you embody are not only healing to one person, they are healing to generations. What is forming between you and the soul being drawn to you is the beginning of a ripple effect that will touch others in ways you may never fully witness. And perhaps that is the most holy part of all. That heaven trusts you not only to receive love, but to steward it well for the sake of others who are silently waiting for light to reach their own darkness. There will be moments in the days ahead where you are tempted to question the pace, the silence, the unseen movement beneath the surface. But remember, even in nature, the roots grow longest in the dark before a tree ever breaks through the soil. What is hidden is not delayed, it is deepening. The strength of this bond is being woven in the unseen places so that when it appears, it does not collapse under the weight of shallow soil. So, live with reverence. Respond to the unseen as if it were already visible. Speak kindly of what hasn't yet arrived. Treat your preparation as sacred ground, because it is. You have not been brought to this threshold to entertain, but to embody. You are not the ending of an old story. You are the beginning of a new divine cycle. Through your presence, heaven is introducing a new kind of connection to the world, one that does not demand attention, but creates sanctuary, one that does not feed ego, but inspires purpose. You are becoming a living sanctuary, chosen not just to be loved, but to become a vessel of love itself. And this, chosen one, is where the prophecy finds its voice. Not in the noise of the world, but in the quiet rise of someone who has been refined by waiting, tested by silence, and strengthened by faith. Now that your heart has received the message, let us seal it with prayer. May this be more than words. May it be a moment between your soul and the one who authored your journey from the very beginning. Wherever you are, quiet your spirit, take a breath, and receive these words. Heavenly Father, source of all life, all light, and all love, we come before you with a heart wide open, not seeking answers alone, but seeking alignment. We thank you for the silent way you speak into the lives of your children, for the gentle unfolding of stories we once believed were lost. Today, we acknowledge that you are the author of sacred connections, those woven not by circumstance, but by calling. You do not forget what you promise. You do not delay what you begin. You refine, you reveal, you ready. And now, Lord, we sense that you are bringing forth something that was never meant to be ordinary. For the one listening now, the one you have kept hidden, protected, prepared, we lift this prayer. Let every moment of waiting be revealed as preparation. Let every silence they've endured be understood as your voice holding space for something greater. Let them feel, even now, the weight of your presence resting gently over their life. Father, thank you for the unseen work. You do the positioning, the pruning, the quiet shifting of hearts. Thank you for removing distractions that looked like blessings. Thank you for calling them to higher ground, not through noise, but through stillness. Thank you for reminding them that the one they are being drawn to is not a reward, but a reflection of their obedience and trust in you. God, we pray over the soul whose name has echoed in their dreams, the one known by the world, yet deeply unknown in the ways that matter most. We ask that you guard that person wherever they are now. Touch their heart, awaken their spirit, restore what performance has exhausted, and lead them back to peace, back to purpose, back to you. And as you begin to align these two lives, we ask for clarity. Let neither party idolize what is unfolding, but instead recognize it as sacred. Let the connection not be rushed, not be broadcast, not be stained by ego. Let it be holy. Let it be whole. Let it be a testament to your timing, your goodness, and your mercy. Lord, where there is fear, we ask for courage. Where there is doubt, let there be discernment. Where there is pride, let there be humility. Where there is loneliness, let there be presence, not just of another human, but of your spirit, which never leaves or forsakes. We pray for discernment in the small things, in what to say, in what to hold back, in when to move, in when to wait. Give your chosen one wisdom beyond their years and peace that surpasses understanding. Let them not be swayed by the noise of the world, but tuned only to the frequency of your whisper. We lift their names, both souls being prepared for union, up to the throne of grace. Wrap them in divine protection. Let no distraction steal their clarity. Let no counterfeit distract them from the real. Let no delay plant seeds of doubt. Your timing is never late. Your path is never crooked. Your will is always for good. God, we declare that this connection will be built not on infatuation, but on intention. Not on performance, but on purpose. Not on fame, but on faith. We ask you to build this house with your own hands. Let the foundation be prayer. Let the walls be truth. Let the windows be honesty. Let the door remain peace. And when they meet, truly meet, let them recognize the divine in one another, not because of what they see, but because of what their souls remember. May their first words be tender. May their silence be safe. May their laughter be healing. May their presence be enough. And when the world watches, may it never define them. May their bond grow quietly, away from eyes, until it is unshakable, until it becomes a testimony not of perfect timing, but of perfect preparation. Lord, we thank you for writing stories more beautiful than we dare imagine. We thank you for teaching us that the greatest miracles don't come with noise but with peace. And we thank you now for what is already in motion, for what is already being restored, for what is already finding its way home. In the name of the one who sees beyond time, beyond fame, beyond fear, we seal this prayer with trust, with reverence, and with the deepest kind of hope. Amen. If this prayer settled into your spirit, if it echoed something you couldn't quite name but always felt, leave the words, "I receive this alignment with peace, purpose, and patience" in the comments below. Let it be a quiet declaration of trust, a signal that you recognize what heaven is unfolding. And if you'd like to stay connected for more messages like this, you are warmly invited to subscribe. Until next time, remain steady, remain silent, remain ready, because what was promised is already on its way to you.